Are you stuck in a rut with your go-to kitchen appliances, turning out the same meals week after week? Contact 6's Jenna Sachs is here to help with the accessories you need to take grilling, multi-cooking, and air frying to the next level, all for under 30 bucks.
Consumer Reports tests thousands of products in its labs, from appliances to paint and decking materials, robotic vacuums, and of course, brand new cars and trucks. But sometimes Consumer Reports experts take products to their actual homes, where they use them just like you would. That's exactly what Tanya Christian and some other Consumer Reports editors did with accessories for air fryers, multi-cookers, and grills.
I checked out 10 popular accessories for my air fryer, and a couple were duds, like this too shallow waffle mold and this paper liner that can come loose and fly up into the heating element. But I had a few favorites.
Like this steel skewer rack for kebabs. The rack suspends marinated meats so they crisp on all sides. And if your least favorite part of air frying is cleaning drippings out of the bin, this silicone cooking pot is a great solution. It allows air to circulate around the food, then pops into the dishwasher to clean. Your multi-cooker can pressure cook, slow cook, simmer, and sear. Consumer Reports Pro called this silicone steam rack a game changer. Lock a steamer basket onto it and your food steams beautifully. You can safely lift meals in and out using the handles.
If you love cheesecake as much as I do, this 7.5-inch springform pan is a must. It makes cheesecake so much better and easier in the multi-cooker than in the oven.
And for grilling, Consumer Reports' Paul Hope checked out a multitude of accessories, and these were standouts.
When I cook for a crowd, I usually smoke large cuts of meat. Silicone barbecue gloves make it easy for me to move the meat around the surface of the grill or even take it right off the heat and put it on a serving tray.
This Traeger rib rack is also a favorite. It holds 8 racks of ribs on their edge so they can cook without scorching and save space on the grates for other foods. I'm Jenna Sachs, Contact 6.
Oh, look at those ribs. It is Friday. Lots of grills probably going right now. Looking live over the city of Milwaukee. Looking beautiful out there. It's a steamy one, though.
Yeah, and things are going to change. I mean, DOT just announcing they're not going to do that 54-hour freeway closure because we have thunderstorm chances this weekend.
A couple of rounds of them, too. And I know we've been talking about this for days now, it seems, but still, tomorrow evening especially, there's a lot going on outside. If you are going to a festival, a concert, I know there are county fairs and Country Thunder. Please have a backup plan, and remember, a tent or a camper is not going to cut it. Let's talk about today first and foremost, though. Today was our 10th day in the 90s or higher this summer. 91 degrees right now, well above the seasonal average of 82 degrees. But it is quiet at the moment. In fact, we don't even have cloud cover at the moment. So our chance for thunderstorms tonight likely still going to hold off. It may not be until after about 9 or 10 o'clock. But still, if you are going to be out and about late, make sure you're checking your radar. 90 again, current air temperature in Milwaukee, a southwest wind of 10 to 20, and the dew point still manageable at about 60. Clear skies across southeast Wisconsin. Just now starting to see a few pop-ups, really not much in northeastern parts of Iowa, but these will continue tracking towards the southeast, and we'll likely see more developing here, especially in the next couple of hours, and that's what will likely move eastward into our area later on tonight. Plus, there are a handful of low pressure systems towards the west, various frontal boundaries that'll be making their way on through in the coming days, and that's the reason why we do have a couple rounds of thunderstorms in the forecast for the weekend. Let's check in with Sky Vision. Let's get right on into it. We're going to start with the rest of this evening. We'll gradually start to see clouds increasing, maybe an isolated thunderstorm later tonight, 9-10 o'clock, and then you can start to see a few more in our overnight hours. That's 1, 2, 3 a.m. Likely waking up dry tomorrow, although can't rule out a morning thunderstorm Saturday. But the bulk of our daytime hours, it's just going to be hot, humid, and sunny. And then this is the part that we're actually watching very closely. Notice this is 6 p.m. We start to see this line making its way through the area, starting from the northwest and then sinking towards the south. This is right around 8 p.m. Waukesha, Milwaukee, eventually hitting those southernmost communities shortly after. The good news is that it will actually be moving fairly quickly, but it could produce some very strong wind, even some isolated tornadoes and some hail and heavy rain. Now, after after that main line, we are still expecting overnight thunderstorms into Sunday morning. Those will likely be non-severe, maybe still some very heavy rainfall, but it's that line along the cold front in the evening, potentially between 6 and about 10 p.m. that will likely be the strongest and the most severe. And then Sunday, it's all out of here. We're drying things out. It is still going to be a humid day though. Now for tomorrow, the bulk of southeast Wisconsin has been upgraded to that enhanced risk, which means numerous severe thunderstorms looking likely. The lakeshore under the slight, meaning scattered thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms that is looking likely. It just goes to show that the chance for severe weather really is increasing. And at this point, very strong damaging wind looks to be the primary threat, but hail and even some brief spin-up tornadoes not out of the question in that medium category. So once again, tomorrow evening, make sure you have a way to receive alerts. 70 for a low temperature tonight, still the chance for a few thunderstorms overnight. 92 then for a high temperature tomorrow with evening thunderstorms. And here's a preview of what dew points could actually be later, or heat index values could be later tomorrow afternoon with how high heat dew points will be. So plan on a very hot and sticky Saturday and then a very stormy and potentially damaging storm for Saturday evening. And then Sunday drying things out, looking a whole lot better. Next week, actually cooling things down a lot too.
We should have predicted this because it's Country Thunder Week.
Always.
Always,
without
right?
fail.
So we'll see what happens tomorrow, but like you said, be prepared, and we'll keep following this throughout
Exactly.
tonight and tomorrow.
Keep those cell phones charged so you know what's coming. Steph, thanks. Well, the heat in Texas spurring more wildfires down there. There have been 11 wildfires across that state. More than 1,000 acres have already been burned. Right now, just about 10% of the fires have been contained. Polio, a virus we rarely even hear about until now. The first case in almost 10 years has been detected in New York.
The virus can be contracted person-to-person contact in several other ways. Fox's Lauren Green breaks it all down from New York.
A 20-year-old unvaccinated man from Rockland County, New York, recently contracted polio. The person is no longer contagious, but investigators are trying to figure out just how the infection happened and whether other people were exposed to the virus. This is the first case in nearly a decade.
The virus spreads through fecal matter, contaminated water, or food or drink that goes into the mouth.
Polio was once one of the nation's most feared diseases until a vaccine was developed in 1955. Before then, the outbreaks caused paralysis or death in severe cases. Back in 1979, the disease was declared mostly eliminated because it was no longer spreading routinely, and no new cases of polio originated in the U.S.
The fact that it is still around decades after the vaccine was created shows you how relentless this disease can be.
Now, most Americans are vaccinated against the virus as children. According to the CDC, 93% of toddlers have received the necessary doses of the inactivated polio vaccine. For those still unvaccinated, health officials say roll up those sleeves in order to stop any more possibilities of a spread.
The reason why polio is rarely seen is thanks to the wide availability of safe and effective vaccines, which decreased polio virus from nearly 400,000 cases in the 80s to only 42 worldwide in 2016.
Health officials say they have scheduled vaccine clinics in New York for Monday and will announce more clinics soon. In New York, Lauren Green, Fox News.
It might not come as a surprise to you, but having a baby is expensive. According to a new report, the out-of-pocket expense for delivering a child in the United States is nearly $3,000, even if you have health insurance. The Kaiser Family Foundation says pregnant women incurred $19,000 more in health care costs than non-pregnant women, with only about $16,000 covered by insurance. And that doesn't include costs if the baby or mother need medical help after the birth.
I feel bad that baby was crying the whole time. Like, I want some cute baby video.
I know. And doesn't it just like...
Baby was still cute.
With babies at home, it's just like, oh no, who's crying? What do they need? What happened? Well, 75% of teens aren't getting enough exercise, and doctors say getting your body moving is about more than just staying in shape.
Mary McGuire shares how a Minnesota gym is encouraging teens to get active.
3, 2, 1, here we go, let's see it.
At Skybox Gym in St. Louis Park,
Slam it, kick the leg back,
people are able to get a high-intensity workout that's tailored to challenge each individual.
I think the importance of exercise is much more mental than it is physical.
The gym was inspired to launch a new program after parents started asking for it.
Parents were asking us to give their kids something else to do this summer besides be on their screens or be inside.
Their student summer pass is designed to keep young adults active and connected and comes at a time when teens aren't moving their bodies enough. A recent study published in the Journal of Adolescence found 3 out of 4 teenagers aren't getting enough exercise, and the issue is worse in girls than in boys.
You know, it's just so easy to scroll through your Instagram and your Snapchat and not get out there and move your body.
The study points to increased screen time as a factor and found physical activity could increase if students feel like they are safe and supported at school. The CDC recommends kids ages 6 to 17 get 60 minutes or more of moderate to vigorous physical activity every day.
It's a great stress management tool. So getting exercise, increasing your heart rate helps you manage the stress that you're under. And goodness knows teenagers are under a lot of stress these days.
Dr. Kim Jaden from St. Cloud-based CentraCare says exercise has more than just physical benefits for teens. She believes establishing good habits like a nightly walk can set them up for a lifetime of good health.
And the more you do that, the more you're going to get used to that. You're going to also realize that I feel better when I'm doing that.
It's Mary McGuire reporting for teens. Moderate aerobic activity includes brisk walking, kayaking, hiking, swimming, and even some video games that include continuous movement.
Still ahead here at 4, great whites take flight. A new look at the apex predators in this year's Shark Week. Summertime means it is time for Shark Week. Discovery is ready with spectacular footage, famous guests, and a superstar running the show. Here is Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with the details.
Dive into the 34th year of Discovery Channel's Shark Week, starting July 24th with 25 hours of programming. Air Jaws is back, and filmmaker Jeff Kerr is in awe of the footage they can get now.
Today, we have these 6K, 8K, unbelievable cameras, incredible lenses. So when we shoot breaching great white sharks, it looks amazing.
Air Jaws Top Guns airs July 25th.
They figured out a way to get a shot of a breaching great white that you absolutely won't believe. It's the most spectacular shot I think I've ever seen in Air Jaws history.
Kerr's Great White Open Ocean premieres kickoff Sunday.
I think it's my all-time favorite film. It follows the story of a friend of mine, Jimmy Partington, who's a shark diving expert, who was actually hit by a 16-foot great white, almost killed, knocked 5 feet in the air. The film focuses not only on this encounter with the great white, but Jimmy's attempt to come back.
Many celebrities join again, including Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as the first master of ceremonies, Tracy Morgan, the Jackass crew, cast from Stranger Things, and more.
Just helps promote sharks and in a positive way. And sharks really need positive promotion. And I think that's what Shark Week has done. It's made sharks the most popular wild animals in the world.
Kerr says all the attention helps protect these incredible creatures.
And a couple generations who've grown up with Shark Week have a different perspective on these animals than the Jaws generation before them. They face a lot of challenges, sharks do, survival challenges because of overfishing and longline and all the things they face. So people love sharks, they want to protect sharks now, and a lot of that is due to Shark Week.
How many sharks did we say we needed?
Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
With stories that matter to you, this is Fox 6 News at 5.
It never gets old. A soldier and his mother reunited. The local auto shop that helped with the surprise.
It's not right. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got the right to take nobody else's life.
Another Milwaukee neighborhood in mourning after 2 men are shot and killed. That is our top story today at 5. Those 2 men were shot and killed near Fond du Lac in Congress overnight.
Fox 6's Ashley Sears joins us live with what we know about the investigation.
And Stephanie, police are still trying to figure out exactly what led up to this shooting. The families of both victims say they are devastated, and those around the city say the violence has to stop. At the members-only barbershop on Milwaukee's north side, the buzz of the Clippers hum between conversation.
It hurt, it hurts, man, to see.
Andre Robertson lines customers up, reflecting on what happened just a few doors down.
To know somebody may have died in front of your business and stuff like that, it's hard for me.
Around 12:45, Milwaukee police say someone opened fire on 2 men near Fond du Lac in Congress. 41-year-old Valentino Stokes and 37-year-old Christopher Bugembe were shot. They both later died at the hospital.
We got to come together. We got to do better. We say it start, we want to change, but it start with us.
Police data shows already this year 131 people have been killed in Milwaukee. That's a more than 42% increase from this same time last year. The guys in here take that seriously.
This is an opportunity for us to talk to them and try to point them in the right direction.
Robertson using these moments as a chance to make a difference. He knows the pain firsthand. His son was killed in 2012.
My message is always going to be trusting God.
As the violence in the city increases, people around here are still hopeful it will stop.
We just keep on going forward. We keep on going out here every day just trying to be better.
Now, no arrests have been made at this time. Police are asking anyone with information to give them a call. Reporting live downtown, Ashley Sears, Fox 6 News.
All right, Ashley, thank you.